Goes out. Not be in front of the boss.
Beware.
The Gale Blast. And get ready to move. Open spot.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And towards purple, I think. Yeah,
think it
pillar
was
by purple.
Right into the pillar, yeah.
Couple of those.
Ooh, that was close. Put your feet when you're running back in. Get those out. We can get Sassy. Taunting. Gale Blast. G taunt.
Beware.
Find the safe spot.
5, 4,
He's going to purple.
1.
Beware.
Yep, blue pillar. Use the portal. No.
Get that. Watch your feet. Watch your. Get the ones under. I'll get the ones under.
Are you certain that it has yet taken hold? Rest, my servants will ensure your deaths are painless.
One of the assassins. As many as you can. Maybe they're out near the boss.
Very nice, very nice. The second part.
Wait around the boss. Get those out. Taunting.
Alright,
blast
this is
it.
the bluff one. This is the bluff.
Person. Person's here.
Beware.
Where we're going.
Let's have a look on the ground.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So maybe.
Beware.
Orangish.
Oh, yeah, that looks clear.
As far as you can.
Warlock gateways down.
Watch your feet running in.
And pumping.
Don't be in front of the boss. Those out. Go farther away.
Cocoon one year.
Taunting.
Very nice.
Push, push, push. Those out.
Ow.
He pulled threat. Oh my goodness. I'm like, that's not facing at me. Why is it looking at us?
Oh, Sassy socket.
Ooh, a champ.
Shouldn't have, because I bubble and finals. Who knows?
Look at all them trinkets. Weenie boys.
Well, the good
Alright.
news is I got
Put
one.
them in both sockets if you got one.
We'll do Mont next.
What happened? I learned that it doesn't take
Pyro
much
and
for my
you can
friends to
tank and I'll
believe
get the
I
ads.
Okay.
Yes, that vision was as much for me as it was for you. N'Zoth wants
No,
us
cause
to
I
believe
never
that
did.
my corruption
Bitch duty.
Yeah, this trash is serious, guys. No fucking break time. This is like, come help.
BOE.
Yep. Most of the trash is not a joke, so everyone needs to be here.
Yeah, we probably should. Never mind. What's the front one? On the big behemoth.
Is that last one on you, Ikitov? Last breath?
That was on one year, I think. Wasn't it?
It looked like a
It
warrior.
said it
but
actually. It said
yeah.
it. Hold on, let me check the chat.
Kill the shadow first. When we get to the next boss, Branch will get you in. We'll sit a DPS. Good job there. So. And make it a little bit more obvious where the safe zone is.
No, that would be too nice.
Or scan.
Yeah, you'd have to run Wraith Walk.
Wait, what?
Scan, be sure to loot.
Wraith Walk. It's a blood DKP.
Love how you singled him out.
Hey, he had brought it upon him.
This game just needs to build a
Don't
sneak
take my
I
side.
shot.
don't
off
know,
from
you
me.
got deaths attacks or whatever it is.
What was wrong with my speed? I didn't see me dying to not get notified.
Snap.
That's because
I saw you love him at that fire.
research, so you were not prepared. So
This is true.
Trash has a lot of health.
yeah. If it's something it took a while. to
Can't
trash.
reset half the bosses.
Just do not blow your cooldowns on this. Don't blow your cooldowns, you'll kill yourself.
I needed
Gonna
to
die
trash
if we
it
don't
on
kill
the
him.
hole. That
Yes,
trash
you need to break you need to break the shield, but do not blow your load on this because you will kill yourself. So watch it.
Scenarios, you say?
Unmarked,
Is that
unmarked,
what you're
unmarked,
saying?
unmarked.
What if you're a masochist?
There's a ledge right there, just help yourself.
Man, we got real quick.
I mean, the first time we can do this trash, people should listen up because, I mean, just because there's a skull, there's 2 mana bars here that you have to break, and if you don't kill them,
Yeah, this is very similar to the boss.
No. They don't make mechanics for the boss prior to. Come on now.
They
We
even do
do
it
learn
after with that.
Lessons from trash. And that actually on the boss is the burn phase, right?
No, it's the same thing. If you do too much damage, kill yourself. But you need to get through that shield before his mana goes to 0, or the timer goes to 0, or you die. It is the exact same. The burn is when he doesn't.
But
have
that's
shield.
where you hear it and shit, right? Like that is the burn phase.
No,
We hear it on the pool, don't we?
you hear on the pole. You don't hear the shield because you put too
yeah.
much damage into it. Each person kills themselves. Now, if you
No,
want to parse
the
his
healers
healers,
get-
Let's
You want
not
parses
stress out
healers.
the healers. No.
okay.
I mean, there's 6 of them, right?
Oh, let's not stress out the healers.
I agree with Midge.
I mean, there's definitely 6 healers, so I have 5.
Beware.
These shiny things.
I really like the effect this trinket has.
Yeah, the wings.
Yeah.
I just don't like getting bounced up and down though.
Well, a lot of people are complaining about the slow.
Monica.
I don't even know what trinket y'all are talking about.
The one that everybody just got.
Yeah, the humming black direct.
It gives you wings.
How many bosses have we killed, Tank?
I don't know.
Sit up, sit up, sick of his shit.
Tank's still coming off the basalt.
No, right? Like, my wife's like telling the kids they can stay up late, but she's like going to bed, so like, I got him behind me. Get lucky when they go to bed early.
Also, you guys want to talk about funny trinket visual. So when you combine the two Raden trinkets, you get a bunch of orbs that spawn all around you sometimes. And they come on the PTR, it was hilariously bugged in that it would spawn like 2,000 orbs. So your screen is just a mass of orbs all coming at you.
Yeah, too bad those trinkets, even with the buffs, still suck for almost every class except for the Shadow Beast.
That might be my best.
Could be alright.
Need a different
Dang.
Okay, please make sure we still start farther in.
Yeah, there's some really long walkbacks here.
Like this one right now, this one's bullshit.
Pretty bad.
I almost jumped off the edge.
I mean, there is places we can mount later, at least.
Can we get a summon stone to get Slam here and a soul stone on a healer, please?
You need the summon side Dell too. We've all died.
There's 30 of us. Clicky, please.
Thank
gotta
you.
change this soulstone thing since freaking it only set for eternal. The person who made this is just bad. It's a weak aura. I hope it wasn't a Blizzard employee that made that. Hey, put a soulstone on the healer, weak aura.
There's a whole set of them already.
Can you throw another?
Oh, that's fine. What you have is fine for this. That'll work too. Alright, well, Nova's fuel zone out.
Okay.
And then Trekker fuel zone back in, and then I'll get you back in after this, Nova's. Alright, so like I said, I'll pick up the ads, take them away from the boss. Pyro and Thunder will do their thing.
Do we want
We're
to take it near the edge?
If we want to take what? Sorry?
Take it near the edge, or what's the plan?
Yeah, you can take it in the middle. I'll tank over near the edge. Just move your shit out when you get it. I will.
Yeah, so we need the void zone somewhere.
Yeah, we can drop a void zone near melee. It's fine. So.
Are we logging?
So
yes. I got him already.
So what happens, guys, is 3 people or 4 or however many will drop a big void zone on the ground outside of the group, and we need to use that to get into when the boss casts a certain ability, or you'll die.
Yeah, that's Steigen Annihilation. Your DVM or Bigwig should tell you get in whatever it is.
Probably hide or something.
Yeah, so you'll step into purple shit right at the last second, and then when it's done casting, you need to get back out. So, and then we're gonna look at not messing with the ads, just focusing the boss. We're gonna give that a whirl. We'll go from there.
Gonna have him eat him.
Yeah.
So you're just going to bring him in at certain times?
Yeah. I was gonna bring him in when
Easy.
we come in for the transition.
Lock
Yeah.
rocks down.
You all are so mean.
Yeah, we're gonna hear her on the pool. Like I said, the ads will be tanked off to the side. You don't need to deal with them unless it increases your single target DPS.
Robo
And then
tank.
when we come
You're lag.
in, what?
Yeah. So only dot him up if it's a single target increase on the boss.
Yep. And
They're
then
not going to
we
die
will-
anyway.
Yeah. And then when we get back here in the middle and he eats them all, we're in the second phase. The tanks will pick up the orbs and bring it to us. When you get drained essence, make sure you get out of the raid. Don't dispel until they're out of the raid. 2 to 3. Anybody have questions? Alright, so when you get Devour Magic, what are you gonna do?
Step in the stuff.
No.
We're gonna run out.
You're gonna run out so you can drop the stuff not on top of the raid.
Yeah.
Do you have a
wanna run
specific
want one
big spot
side
that
or-
you want it?
We do want one near melee. I don't really care where it's at. Near melee, so that people can just step into it when he does his cast. So everyone else, you can be near the boss. So when you get it, you're gonna run out. It's gonna get dropped, and you're gonna come back to the raid. When you get the drain essence, you're gonna run out. It'll get dispelled. And you're gonna come back to the raid. That's in phase 2. All right. One last raid.
What about now? Can you hear me now? I've been talking to you this whole fucking time.
All right, we're good.
Oh, Jesus. This is what happens when I install the program new, fresh on the operating system. All my settings are fucked up. You're a bitch. Fuck you. Kind
So
of
don't pull right.
you're a bad friend. Call me a bitch. I gotta pay attention. They want me to tank, and that usually means that I've got to pay attention. It's one shadow wound.
Does out.
Out with those. If Katoff can stay. Okay, we don't want to go towards that.
That's 2 shadow wounds.
How does it got eaten?
I'm
Right.
not gonna wipe the raid. You're gonna wipe the raid.
That's good.
It's heroic. You can't even get in here with your shitty gear. Ha ha ha.
Watch the frontal.
Where you hide, this is where you hide. Hide now.
That's a lot of dead people.
Let's just wipe. We'll come back in.
Totally died in the pool.
Yeah, totally die.
Well, the pool also does damage too.
Yeah, you gotta get people topped off before that, which I didn't see people were. You need to get in right at the last second, and then get back in. So, or get in and then get out.
If you don't have the weak lore package, make sure you get it because it has a countdown for it.
I have a soul stone, so don't really.
No one release.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me.
So here we would stack up.
I don't even listen to
use
the
orbs that
bosses
are
of
coming
me,
in, the
so
tanks would
there you go.
grab and bring them into the raid. And we won't worry about the. I won't even pick up the ads.
What?
We're not DPSing the ads. We're not worried about them. We're just gonna let them eat them. Gonna focus the boss.
Why not just tunnel? We have 3 tanks. Why not just tunnel the boss and send a tank out to pick up the ad and just keep it out of the way. He also doesn't eat the ad in phase 2.
Well, phase 2 is all about burning the mana.
Yes. But he does not consume the ad in phase 2. So what the ad does in
I don't
phase 2
remember
is sometimes
anything.
add a little bit of its
Also,
own
this isn't the
to the
easiest fight. This is the second boss.
Isn't that just
You didn't even get to
tank
see the
puts
first
middle
boss
to silence it?
Yeah. I just
because you're lazy.
when he does his cast. Alright, that's fine. We'll go with that. I'll pick him up.
Hey, remember when you had enough gear to get into a raid?
You're
Because
talking about
I
just
don't.
completely ignoring you and letting me get beaten. I'm pretty sure that's the worst possible strat.
It's literally what almost every guild has
It's
been
what,
doing.
yeah, you're incorrect, freezing. It is what's being done.
Hey, look, it's not my problem if you
All
don't
it
have
does
it
is
set up to get
transition us into phase
notifications.
too quickly.
You're not a real friend if you don't have my
So you
notifications
can't
on.
tank too. So the way that most people do it, they would let all of them except for the last one get eaten until the one almost spawns, and they let the last one get
You
eaten.
do not have a higher eye level than
There's
me.
very little letting him eat or not eat does. Just
You don't even have a higher IQ than
nothing
me.
happens
How about
when
that?
he's between 1 and 99 mana. So only the last one, time of the last one is the one that really matters.
Alright, let's do this.
Just sitting here tanking in my onesie. I mean, then my stream should have nothing but notifications. I don't understand what you're talking about.
So he does that frontal at a melee. Melee want to be on the side, not directly behind him, pointing it at the range. So if you guys are all on the side, he'll turn and do that at one side.
No range to save.
Bullshit.
Get ready for Devour.
And I'm 140 or 445. There you go.
Here it comes, frontal.
Don't be in front. Gotta dodge that so you don't get knocked back.
Adds in. A little bit further. Down there.
We should probably be opposite side, if that's where you're tanking them.
Get ready to move. We're moving close to the things.
I know.
Right now. In now.
Get in sooner.
I died in it. That's awesome.
Up taunted. Magic out.
Tell Brittany we're playing Sunday.
Frontal.
We better be playing Sunday.
Magic out.
On to X.
Got it. Okay. Frontal.
Get ready to hide.
He's almost about to.
Alrighty, getting close.
Hide.
I've got this guy. Okay.
Stacked at the front for healing.
You ready? Watch the stuff on the ground.
Got this first hit. Healers want this buff. It's haste and increased healing done.
Nice one.
Don't want that purple stuff in there.
One from behind the box.
Got that one. Oh, one's good.
Speak. Behind the boss.
I mean, I just can't type in Discord.
I've got that. Oh, one's good. You don't need to run that far out to get it.
You need to blast around and close.
You have a lot
Purple
of
out, purple out. Get one in the group, just so anyone can get that.
We had just 2 reasons with that. So that's fine. So again, make sure we're
All right, buddy.
watching.
I'll see you when you get home.
And you may need to use a personal when you're stepping in for that annihilation. Shit.
Yep.
Don't release.
I
You already
hear
did.
don't release. I already
You're good.
released.
You're good. If you did, we'll summon you.
The circles do like no damage when you're in them.
Yeah, I don't think they alone do damage. Is there some other AoE?
No, the
They
circles do
Yeah,
damage.
sir.
Right,
Sir?
but I mean minuscule.
It's
It's
negative.
minor damage.
And
Yeah, it builds the longer you're in there.
Okay.
It's my backpack.
yeah, there's the weak aura in this game. I mean, it gives you like a 5-second countdown, and then obviously the cast timer. So you either need to watch one or the other, and if the cast is at like 1.5 seconds, you need to dip in. Or if your timer's at 2, I would dip there.
Yeah, I would just stand next to him. So then away you go. Quickly attack.
I mean, if you're in there for the full 5 seconds, you probably wouldn't die. That's anyway. It's better to be in and safe than to not get in.
DPS isn't going to be an issue. I mean, it was an issue there because we had 6 DPS dead. So, if everyone's alive, it's fine. So don't worry about your DPS.
Sassy
Yeah.
eyes, set it to your Discord.
Also, until the healers get that first buff, in phase 2, we're going to be taking all of the damage we're doing back to ourselves. So you want to start slow, let the healers get that buff, and then we can push it.
I'm going to go DPS. If you want to pick up one of the ads and move it, that's fine. That's what I want to get.
Okay. I'll try and grab that last one.
That looks ridiculous.
I'm gonna, not to sort of be a dick, but I'm gonna slightly be a dick. You cannot enter them right as the caster's off. It's 40k, then 80, then 120, then 160. If you get in right as the cast starts, you will die because every everything gets spelled off. Wait till halfway, then jump into it.
Yeah,
So
2
whoever said
seconds. 2 seconds is fine. 5 seconds is no bueno. Alright, let's go. Those out.
Yeah.
Hands up. The melee over his left side. Those out. Drop one near melee. Drop one near melee. Get out of that. We get in.
In now.
Get in now. Good job. Those out. Melee on his left side. 8. You get recall.
You have to.
Those out. That. Everyone stack up. Hanks will run out and get these.
You cover the rear. One's group.
These out. These this way.
Side one here. Back. Other side.
Make sure you're watching going close.
My side.
Good. Center it out.
Thanks. When we
Back one is
transition,
next.
Back.
Next one's back.
when we transition, there will be one extra orb we'll have to get.
Group one next. Somebody just step left a little. Rear one. I'm good. Stand on the side if you know that.
You're on his left side if you're left side. Get those out. Ready for the breath. Watch out.
Pull that group.
Heads up.
Oh well.
Those out.
Ready to hide soon. Frontal. Probably hiding off the wall.
You ready to hide? Hide now.
On the side if you know that.
They go to the right side.
And magic out.
Get those out.
Okay.
Stack back up. Thanks. We'll get the orbs. So you
Gone
get out.
darkness.
Okay. You want to grab that?
Get out with that. Get out with that.
Yep. I'll get that with that. Okay. The healers are about to get that thing.
Look on the back right. Feet. Out with
That
those.
sounds group. Someone just step to the left a little. Yeah, you got that. Nice.
Out with those.
One next.
Go.
Melee's left side.
Get on the left side, melee. All melee should be on the left side. Down with Devour.
Map frontal.
For this next set, we'll move to the right side. Out with those. Get out with those. That's fine.
Everything you got. Pump, frontal, frontal. In the gap.
Good job.
Not what I want. Definitely not what I want.
We got the new patch. Upfield loot, right?
Haste mastery.
Tank, can I go get my alchemy trinket?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so second boss in, if you have that quest, just half out, do the quest, get the next quest. Yeah.
I guess I should wait for the pet to be rolled off or...
Well, do we do that? Do we do that? after
Huge
trash?
stamina.
No, we'll do it after trash. Go, if y'all need to go get your quest, that's the quest, so.
It's the crafting thing, right? You need 20, you get 10 off each one.
Yeah.
Oh, so go have them?
So
yes.
if you go ahead before the next boss, which we all will, you can start the next quest and collecting.
Make sure we have a warlock summon soon.
Yeah. Yes to the enchanting. They should be in the guild bank unless it's something odd. And if not, then we'll get it for you. Perdition, you can enchant, right? Yeah.
I can enchant.
Okay. Yeah, we just get the mats from the guild bank if you don't have them. Get them back to you. If you have them in the guild bank. I don't pull trash though. Most people are here, please. Yeah. Well, once we get there, we will. I think that's what you said, right? Yeah.
Are there gems in the guild bank as well?
Yes, there's the master.
Back a little bit more. Yeah.
Alright, can we get a summon stone, please?
I'm walking on the slowest one.
Yes, you are.
Warlock mobility. Ain't it fun?
Bugs and after action channel.
I do not have a target.
If you need a summons, let us know. Good.
We need more clickers.
So if you don't see an ability where I have your cooldown, it's because the logs I was looking at, that's where they use the cooldown. I didn't really know what ability they were using it for, so after we get our logs, we'll clean these up for next week.
Why are you summoning me? I'm here.
Are you though?
I mean, Tank literally summoned me like 2 feet.
Wait, hold on on that. Amy, don't do this.
It looks like brambles reflects the reflect damage. That's fucking OP.
I thought they fixed it.
It's my second highest damage. I don't know why that was it.
Yeah, that'll work. Actually, yeah, that'll work. Because then, in person, because you just stream it, and you're not gonna watch.
Yeah, neither is fuck all.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care what you want. You tell me what I'm doing.
You're gonna hold my hand.
Hot.
Submit. Scan. Can you just replace yourself with like 2 or 3 of your Maguses?
What?
Is what?
Mate, MHI. Your trait.
What about it?
Just replace yourself with like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll cast Army in her.
Ghouls just stand there like, what do we do now?
You good for trash?
Oh, I should have prepared.
Yeah,
before I
we're
got
good for
something.
trash.
Give me, chuck me in something quickly and then start.
Oh, it's not bad.
You got 2.
Yeah, we're missing Justicator.
It's our brother.
Okay, that nuts joke was pretty.
Pretty nutty.
How was this sigh?
If we have a tank, we can probably start trash.
Yeah, you should have 2 there. I just summoned everyone from.
Too far away.
Go for trash. Oh, instead of the summon stone, only takes 2.
You can summon.
But I was taught 3 was the magic number. No, I was thinking Schoolhouse Rock, but I'm glad to know where your mind is.
Her mind's always in the gutter.
How dare you!
Yes, how dare you tell the truth?
Oh shit, can someone share the second part of that quest? I'm pretty sure you can share it.
No, you have to go back and get it yourself.
Nah, I handed it in.
Free to loot, guys.
Yeah, thank you. So where are we?
Hey man, you forgot stuff on the road.
Okay, so
Careful about the eyeball trash. You gotta kill it before it finishes.
Okay, guys.
So,
what I want to do is, with this first raid, I'd like to be a little more focused during trash. When we get this on farm, we can go ahead and our farm nights and have a little bit more fun. But let's try to keep comms clear, focus, and get this trash and trash done.
but what Cass said about if you see one, everyone needs to burn it.
Yeah.
At
Kill
some-
the eyeball.
Kill the Shadow Menders, folks, and interrupt the hero.
Oh, we got some extras.
Kill the shadow.
If you get the circle, the purple one, on your character, run it so you don't make everybody fly away.
Help me! Help me!
My friends just died.
Let's go. Let's go.
We want to go up these stairs anyway, I think. So get slammed the opposite way.
Watch where you're going.
Where
Watch
I
where you're
am.
going. Watch
Get,
where you're
come,
going.
come this way. Come. Yeah, that's it. Oh, these guys in range.
Hive mind. That's what I need.
I got a pebble.
Oh,
Did we
That-
sell those?
Did you name
That
it
OP
yet?
loot.
Put it in the kill bank.
I got gold. Do you want it, Scan?
These next boss, these next trash, there are certain ones that certain resist. Boomkins, there is one with an arcane and nature resist. I would advise not hitting that one because you'll just do dick all. I advise hitting the other ones. There's similar stuff for the other trash as well. These other four.
I think you should disregard what Aelid said. He's not the boss of you. You hit whatever you want.
Yeah.
I mean, if
As
you
little
want to,
damage as you want.
I mean, if you want to be a limp dick, you go for it.
Whoa, whoa! How did you know what she called me late at night?
But that also means trash takes longer, then mage will get mad at you, and you want to deal with her? That's on you.
Sorry.
This boy heals.
Why are you blaming Midget?
Kill the skull, please. Mortal strike and heals. I can't.
There is no
Never
skull.
mind.
Yeah, there is no skull.
The sentinel on the right
They're
side.
all sentinels.
The one that has.
Now,
the
wait.
regrowth on it.
Oh, okay, but you gotta pick one to put the skull on.
Stop.
Can I just give assist, please?
That skull
It's all
changed
fun
to.
and games, but
Well, I'm casting Mortal Strike.
Well, the skull just changed to 3 different targets.
so
Is now
remember
the-
how I said? Okay, stop. Remember how I said beginning of raid? Everything always looks so easy on the videos, but none of us have been here before. So please keep that in mind with the shit ass attitude comments. Just relax, have fun. It's the first week of a new raid. Get through it, and we'll be better about it next week.
Did they cleave?
The Sky Thunderclap.
There's separating for them because they're abilities. But I don't know which one does what. So.
No, I mean I just stood in front of him, took a big old hit. I didn't know if it was a cleave or something.
Yeah.
The Void Slam.
One of them does thunderclap. One does arcane and nature. One does the mortal strike and healing. They just don't.
Is there a way to tell that before
Yes.
you pull them?
Yeah, they're
Oh, no.
You can see their buff on.
They get it as soon as they're pulled.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I
Tank's
think
cheating.
it's the same every week, though.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I just-
Okay, so next week when we do that, Scan will mark the target that needs to die first. And we'll go from
I'll be out next week.
Oh my.
I think it's on the debuffs. It
Quick
shows
question.
exactly which ones.
Are we having the tanks handle the illusion?
Oh, that's right.
I'm dropping the call.
Tanks are gonna need assist if we want to mark shit.
So Thunder will mark. Oh, this is gonna be fun with the realistic. Thunder will mark the ads on his side, and the tanks on the other side. Tank or tanks on the other side will call out the one that they can see.
Yeah, it's always red, is it not?
No, it's not always right. Well, but
We
these
had
are
a lot of them that were like picking the far one every time. It was kind of annoying.
You get your
What's I
class.
doing?
Summon stone. Okay.
I had it one. Sorry.
The recent note.
So are we mainly gonna have Druid's Master?
We have 3 monks as well. 3.
Alright, Thunder, you good with that? Doing the marks?
Yeah, so I can't exactly remember where they spawn. They sort of have spawn positions, right?
No, there's like
So I'll call out where I can see them, and I guess the idea is we want someone to say, "I can't see one there," so that we know that's not the target. Until we get one that no one can say, "I can't see that one," and that's the one we kill. Right?
Okay, so the only two people that are guaranteed to be in opposite realms of the tanks. Having three is probably problematic. I'd say tanks should go red, but you do you. Those should be the only two talking because
Okay. We know we have opposite debuffs, right?
Because if Nex and Thunder are both in the same realm, say, "Yeah, I see that one," then we kill the wrong one and we wipe. So it needs to only be the two tanks.
Yeah, I'm going there. All right. So Thunder will mark the ads. Pyro, you will say which ad we can see that's marked. Okay.
Okie doke.
Got it. Got it.
So make sure that you're running out with this Shred Psyche. We'll kill that ad. And then we'll CC the images. Do y'all have the mass route? On druids? Okay, what? Okay, cool.
I have mass for it.
Okay, both of y'all will. Alright, that's good.
Yeah, the monk ring is actually really nice.
Where are we taking the ads, boss man? Well, when we get the debuff to drop it.
Where are you gonna take them?
Just in the middle somewhere, like right
Just put 2 markers down for ad drop and boss tank, and then the rest of the markers can be used for the ads to identify.
I'm gonna use blue. That's where we'll take them.
So you want to drop kind of where we are all standing now if you get the ad. Oh, the debuff. There you go, yeah.
So
Sure,
it's diamond.
Blue and red, actually. Let's use blue and green because they're my first 2 markers, so I don't use them.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so when you get Shred Psyche, you're gonna run to green.
That'll spawn an ad, right?
Yeah.
We kill that ad?
Yes, we'll kill that ad.
Yeah. It doesn't need tanking or anything, right? It doesn't move, it just sits there.
It just
You
channels.
do not attack it. Range, you will switch to it immediately. Melee, you will not go to it until the first cast goes off, because the cast does proximity damage.
So should we have it off to the side, not like right on the ground?
You'll tank on blue. We will all be on blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Person runs to green. It channels. Casts. Range, we're already hitting it. Then we move the boss on top of it, and we can either go back to blue or stay on green and drop the next one.
Got.
For ease of my old brain, we will go back to blue.
Okay.
How many stacks are we switching at Thunder?
I don't remember this boss. Is it 3?
4 to 6 is what the note says. Go with 4.
Let's go 4.
And we'll adjust from. And what scans it? We'll less on the 4.
They seem to live at 20%, so keep that in mind if we're about to get an ad, etc.
Yeah. So we have to do 4 of those phases.
Yeah. Alright. Let's do it.
My inventory is full.
5, 4, 3, 2. Your minds smell so delicious.
I don't know.
Beyond blue. Range is
What
up.
should be on his ad? On his side here. What else is? Move out.
Range hit it.
Wait, melee? Wait. I go in and kill. That should melt.
Back
So
to
much
blue.
better than BTR.
2 run it next to us here. Skull Moon.
I can see skull.
Kill skull.
Reset back.
Skull will turn into the boss there.
Correct.
Back.
Oh, I moved. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I'm out.
I'm gonna kill the boss.
Yeah,
over.
the boss is butt.
Waiting for it to finish. Kill it. CC. CC. Good. Stay here.
Transition to
We'll beat the end.
Good. There we go.
We might kill those ads. There. Yeah.
Once they go, we can kill them. They have 1 health, so you just gotta attack.
Orange.
I see moon.
I see them.
Putting new moon.
No. There's no moon there for some people. It's like only
Skull.
things.
Skull. No?
Pyro, you gotta say yes or no.
But I said
Oh,
moon.
yes, I think.
Skull, yes.
Okay, in the corner. This skull.
Skull.
No. The one marked was.
With moon in the corner.
I'm
The one that's
confused now.
opposite of skull.
Did we leave the marks down to begin with?
They were all marked. I hadn't placed them.
Oh, we probably right here.
So, do you see orange?
So, what is it?
We'll find out soon.
It's the one that has moon on it in the corner.
In the
But the
corner?
moon was over here on.
Correct. You need to clear the marks every time you do this because you called moon, but moon was originally where like all those dead bodies are.
Okay.
Right.
It's fine.
So
yeah.
Yep. So you just gotta clear the marks every time, otherwise you get that.
So we're not going to have the ground marks, but we know where to place that now anyway.
I still stand struggling.
The mark on the ground is what we were doing.
Yeah, you can't mark them all, so...
Just wipe, don't release. Oh,
Do we have a repair hammer?
We should.
We also have it.
Alright, so I'll remember that too, because I'm like, oh yeah, I can see the blah, blah, blah. But, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to wipe them all, but I didn't want to lose our green there for the running down. But we don't need that. We know.
No, you can use whatever marks you want. Like, we can figure out blue. So.
Yeah. That's that was the only reason I didn't wipe them all.
You can, but we...
You go ahead and clear them all, and I will redrop markers during the fight if needed. For our stack.
Yep.
I mean, we should be good. I think people saw the general area where they needed to go with that.
Yeah.
We don't really need markers for the boss and when they drop the ad. We just
You just go behind the group. Yeah.
So, just to reiterate, because I was hella guilty there, the only 2 people talking during that phase are going to be Pyro and Thunder. Fine. I don't mind being called out.
Hey, could you put down a repair bot, please?
Look, if you can't handle being called out, then you shouldn't call people out, right?
And you probably shouldn't have integrated.
If you can't stand the heat, stop pouring gasoline on yourself or something.
What?
Oh, where's this?
Bot. What if you like the smell?
Oof.
Can I ask one small thing? Can we not early?
That was a razor coiled early pull. I just want to point that out.
It's just, it happened.
I got
on
my
Mott.
pre-pod in.
It happened on Mott and it happened here. So
I don't want to point out which druid tank has the razor coil that pulled early, but
I'm using it too.
Yes, but it didn't say ERT tank pulled. It said ERT some druid tank pulled. No, I don't want to point fingers or name names here, but they know who they are. And they're going to have to answer to Sassy for it.
We're talking about that. Nah, we'll keep the position how we are for that. Yeah. We're good.
Monk. Hope you're ready fast. Yep.
Okay.
Rip font.
Downside of double one use. Much said.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your mind smells so delicious.
Ready to get the ad out?
4, 3, 2, 1. Embrace the madness.
On the boss's
ready?
ass.
Go to ad.
Skull.
Yeah, we got Skull.
Always nice when it's the first one.
Markers are reset.
Clear.
Reposition. Everyone on his ass. Just take it behind us. Coming up now. Cast. Ready, switch. Switch. Let's leave the boss here. CC. Transitioning soon.
Skull and orange. And yellow and other.
Where'd you put orange? I don't see it. Oh, never mind. It's not orange.
Sort of middle. Right. Yellow in the corner. Skull, man. Are the only four?
Which one is it?
You gotta be able
Skull
to see
mark,
one.
skull mark, skull mark.
Skull.
Try to put them a little more to the middle.
Oh, yeah, I can't see that because it's under the guy.
Yeah, try putting it in front of them or like on their front leg or something so they can see it.
Personal here, we're gonna take a lot of damage. What are you guys hitting?
They're on the wrong one.
Yeah, you guys are on the wrong one.
Can't see any other.
You guys killed the wrong one.
Yeah, that one's not over there.
So
That was-
someone,
That's close.
someone,
That had a skull on it.
someone put the skull target.
I'm not
marker on an
marking the ad. I can't see your marks. You can't see my marks. So we're not using that system to communicate.
We're only
We're
using
using the ground markers.
the ground
Yeah,
markers.
That was the
That's where it
That-
was.
We're told skull.
Skull was in the corner of the room over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as soon as it is identified as a color, a skull target marker is going up, so that you know which one to hit.
He used skull as one of the markers. So when you swapped it, because for us, the front right corner
The
where
whole
boss
group
spawned,
can't see that skull.
It was orange was the one we need to be attacking.
Okay.
Orange,
So,
yeah, you want an
let's-
orange, yeah. Don't change it to skull.
Oh, good.
Let's just leave. All right.
So skull was in the corner, orange is in the middle of the room here. Who's...
oh, you monkeys.
I don't like this
Don't
boss.
release, right?
Yeah, I have a soul stone.
Guys, is a
Sorry,
soul
thank
stone.
If Thunder ever wants to, die.
He's
not
trying
really-
to spam sit.
Do not release.
So run through those illusions at the end of the room. It might be quicker. Oh, maybe not.
They're all in there.
Alright, do not release. So we will use the marker on the ground
Yeah, we got that.
as the.
Because only half the room can see the mob marker.
Let's take our break here. Resimal.
I like this way.
Repair hammer is still up.
Like, just don't mark any mobs.
I mean, it might be a good idea to put marks on the tanks, so we can see where each other are easily.
You can't see each other.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, well,
They're phased.
so other people can see us too, though, because we had people I could see like on the wrong boss.
I would just use the world markers.
Right. Put the marker right in front of the ad. Don't change the world marker once it's placed, and then
Yep. And then
everyone
call
knows
the
the
one
marker.
you can see.
Oof.
Yeah.
Correct.
Why are we
The marker
retarded?
has to be able to be seen though, because otherwise we're looking like fuck. What's that color underneath his fucking four legs?
Yeah,
Where I'm
Is that-
jumping,
is
Throw
that
it a bit
move?
fast. I'll do them just
but it
in front.
like
That should be.
Especially, we had one where we had a moon. So our tanks used moon and skull, and we're like, oh boy, they're both under the boss. Can you all just move those marks like right from? Yeah. So
Got it.
And I mean, you're either going to see all the markers, or just
Or
one.
one. Just yeah.
And you always just go to the marker. Maybe that'll help answer the question someone asked me. You're either going to see one or all, and you just go to the color that they call. So does the newsfeed glitch.
So, guys, what's your favorite cereal?
Wheat Bix.
That's such an Australian thing to say.
They're just bricks of wheat.
Do you enjoy it with a side of fairy?
No, but you have to put a lot of sugar on the Wheat Bix.
No Vegemite on there? No, the sugar?
Not personally.
I never understood fairy bread. Is that actually good?
Ah, yeah, hundreds of thousands.
I have no idea what the fuck is that. What the fuck that means? Is it like a brand? What is that?
What?
Oh, it is a brand. Hundreds of thousands. That's hilarious. Never cut your fairy bread into squares. Only amateurs forget to slice into try. What the hell? Ooh, this cherry ripe thing looks pretty good.
What the hell are you talking about?
Popular Australian snack.
Isn't that just like shrimp right off the Barbie? Like, I don't. How? What?
Cherry
What are
ribes
you?
are pretty good.
I
They're
love
very
cherry,
rich. They're
and I
very
love
strong
coconut.
flavor.
What's that disgusting jam y'all use?
Vegemite.
There you go. That's why I don't
It's
trust
not really a
Australia.
jam.
That's why I don't trust anything Australian that's supposed to be good.
It's not really good. Just because we
Then
eat
stop
it's not
eating
like,
it.
It's not like it's amazing. It's just a useful byproduct.
It's not useful. It's awful. What is your
Nah.
definition of useful? It could strip paint.
Bro, Vegemite's good as shit. I don't want to hear you talk bad about it.
Well,
I actually agree with you. Vegemite is good as shit. Like, they're equal.
Because there's such a drinking
You're
culture in
uncle to
Australia,
plus,
right?
That's okay.
Maybe what you don't realize is Vegemite's a byproduct of making beer. It's like after they've made the beer with the yeast,
Oh,
they used to make Vegemite out of it.
So
So
it's
it's
beer
like
shit.
they drink so much beer.
So
So the
it's
more
beer
beer
shit.
you drink, the more Vegemite you produce, and so you have to deal with that Vegemite.
There is a way to deal with it. Yeah, trash can.
Wow.
So what you're telling me is Vegemite is beer shit.
Kind of. It's like they take the wasted yeast and they extract shit from it to make Vegemite, as far as I understand. I'm not a Scientologist.
I'm not a Scientologist. Good.
Ah, shit, they're
Good to
gonna get you
hear.
now, dude. You're fucked. They're gonna get you.
Yeah, just wait for the lawsuit that's incoming now.
Wait until Tom Cruise busts through your window.
I'm
You
gonna
know what I mean.
I'm gonna highlight that.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna clip
claiming
it.
to understand the working.
What, Thunder? Describe the taste of Milo.
Milo tastes like chocolate.
Because it says here that it doesn't taste like hot chocolate or chocolate milk, and I'm like, then what the fuck does it taste like?
It's kind of like. What have you guys got that compares? It's kind of like a malty flavor, right? Like the flavor of Maltesers.
Like a Maltese dog?
It's a kind of chocolatey malt.
What the fuck? Bro?
No, a malt and chocolate drink. Yeah. I just thought it was chocolate, to be honest, Milo.
I mean, I think chocolate in foreign lands tastes different because we get the milk
Oh,
chocolatey
that's
shit.
it. Yeah. And Australian chocolate does taste different to American chocolate.
That's because y'all like shit like Vegemite, so y'all's taste buds are non-existent.
You guys use
No,
water?
I think it's because of the anti-melting stuff. They have to, because it's quite hot over here, they have to put anti-melting shit in the chocolate.
You guys use milk or water for your chocolate drink?
I assume there's both, but
Wait,
they have milk chocolate.
the real question is why don't we just ship you all a bunch of M&Ms? Because those, doesn't matter about the heat because they don't melt in your hands; they melt in your mouth.
Yeah, we have M&M. We have.
Then you'll solve this heat problem.
Color, but in the heat, the color comes off the shell onto your hands. Like the chocolate doesn't melt, but the color still comes off. You just gotta eat them quick, or you can refrigerate them, and then they don't melt, but they're a lot harder.
I think I've solved Australia's problems right here. Instead of houses, Why don't y'all just build refrigerators and sleep in them?
Well, I mean, you could basically have air conditioning. Every house has it. It doesn't have to, but you
Oh
suck
yeah,
if
the
you
fuck
live
it
in an
doesn't.
air-conditioned house.
You're dead. Your brain would melt, dude.
I mean, poor people don't have air conditioning, but
Those poor people.
you know,
I think
they run it. It's hot. It's fucking hot.
maybe that's why the poor people have such a lower life expectancy. They just boil to death slowly.
I mean, you just get lots of fans. Most people just have fans and shit in their houses.
I don't have any fans. Nobody's watching my stream.
But sometimes it's like, it's just too hot. Like moving the air around doesn't actually achieve much.
Can you cook an egg on your leg outside?
I don't know about on your leg.
Scan, you should try just like spinning around repeatedly, because then you might get an oscillating.
No, so the fires, then they had floods after the fires. The fires
Oh,
are
I
still
heard about
burning.
that.
They burned through the floods, and but they're under control
Wait,
now.
they burned through the floods?
Yeah, the floods didn't put them out.
Oh, okay. Not
It's
what I
funny,
was.
but in a sad way.
I think it was so fucking hot that like around the fire, the water just evaporated before it could do anything.
I
Like,
think it's
like
some
not near the fire, it flooded.
We'll get tracker here and then we'll go. So
I'm
just-
right at the front now. So.
It's cool. What's up? So let's make sure that we're clear on the ones that we're. Thunder will drop the marker, the world marker, in front of the ad, not on top of it, so that we can see a little easier.
Hey, Daniel. Thank you.
What?
Are we going to roll off this bet, or can I just give it to who I want?
Dude, I'm
I already gave mine to Midge.
I don't. Whatever. That's at least nice.
Let's kill it.
No more clearing markers for you, Stan. You dabble.
What? I didn't clear the markers.
It's your fault.
Not worried about clearing markers. Can we just not put them in the center of the mobs?
Yeah, we just talked about that.
I just like to point out that I actually skull marked the right target to kill, and everyone else killed the wrong one.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
I had no skull marker.
Just one last clarification, so it's very clear. Thunder is marking him, and he is going to drop it in front of the boss or the mob. Pyro will call out which one he can see, and we will kill that one. And then after that all shit is done, Scan will clear the markers off the board, and we'll continue that process. Alright, let's do this.
Yes, good druid CC so far.
We're good. Counter down.
We're ready.
a Ring of Peace does work on them too, right?
Yeah, I said I was humble and wide because we all know where Cass's mind is tonight.
Ring of Peace is okay, but they will self-correct their course, so you need to watch for them if you.
Well, I mean, I wasn't using it. I was just wondering.
They will self-correct, so if you knock them out of the way, they're going to get back on course at some point.
Shit, my keyboard's not working. What the?
Stop taking it to the bubble bath with you.
Good, do I stop my fucking cooldown?
I'm
Careful, range.
And drop it a little bit farther back.
I'm an EK man.
And
that's as far as it's get.
People need to be on the boss fast.
Moon in the corner. Yellow far away. And
Yellow.
Yep, yellow it is.
Look at that, so faster. Everyone, when we reposition them, everyone needs to be on the boss's ass.
They're just going to come into the center.
Yeah.
I'm not going to move back to that other side of them. Very nice. Oh, oops.
Everyone on his ass. People that are in the middle there. Everyone on his ass. It's coming.
Oh my god.
Everyone should be on his ass. Good job. Ready to switch?
This game sucks.
Stay here. Everyone on his ass. TC.
Not be that.
Got this. We got this. Push it. Push it.
Well, they're all far away from us except for Skull right here. Going back to where we started. Moon, orange, and yellow.
Yellow.
Far corner.
Same thing. We're gonna reposition on his own.
But we'll take increased damage from this ad going off, so be careful. Might be good to use an SLT when it goes off.
Get back into the group.
SLT melee? SLT melee.
Nice. Let's go.
On his ass. CC. We're good here. Let's push.
Right. Right next to us is Moon. Far back corner. Skull. Opposite Moon, yellow.
Yellow.
And
We're on his ass.
Excuse me.
Goes ad. Get that out.
Dom and Fel, you're gonna dark when it goes off. Dark now in melee.
Stay here. We're good. DC.
We should have ranch and an SLT for the next one.
okay, orange and yellow.
Orange.
Okay.
Watch out for these ads.
There's one late comer. We can't kill him.
Yeah. Once the shield goes down, we can just one hit.
I can knock this guy away. Thanks.
Going on his ass.
I hate that ERT's cooldowns reset when he fades. It's really dumb.
Goes ad. Get him out.
So this is ranch plus our SLT. Can drop them now.
Go to add.
Just go low.
Good job.
Clean.
Every caster should probably this boss.
Yes.
Didn't know.
Bonus roll.
Nice, sassy.
Crazy, I guess.
So what's that? One trinket?
2 trinkets.
There's 2.
Anyone want to trade me for my AP there?
Hey, Cass, do you need those pants?
I don't think so.
I'll take them.
What's the next boss?
We have
Next is
choices after this.
Oh,
You're going to do Dress the Gath and Chedgar, or how you pronounce those fuckers.
Yeah, I got some pants earlier, and these might be better for a melee to take.
Yes, I will take them. I will take all of them.
Who's doing those tonight?
Amy, right? Or no, Rico? Somebody? You don't have to pass them. The add-on should pop up saying if you want to trade them or not. So. You can keep rolling.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely looks like that'd be better for a melee class, right?
Tank.
Yeah, yeah.
Extremely good for tanks that want DPS.
Yeah.
Be careful where we're knocking stuff back to.
Oh yeah, I think we pulled this stuff like up into the hall.
Why don't we just pull the whole room? What could go wrong?
I mean, do you want me to?
No.
I have flashbacks and radiance.
So many ways now. Okay, so pull the mobs, then not that. Oh,
Right leg, right leg.
so you can actually get by without pulling this mob. You just pull the ones in the corner here with just a tentacle pulling.
But
Then we
my
don't get
BOEs.
You will kill enough trash in this instance. You'll have plenty of shots at BOEs. I promise.
But we could always have more shots at BOEs.
Yes, but you only have 6 hours to work with them.
I want the guys who dropped the mental.
I mean, that's not true. I raid this place multiple times.
You should hero.
Oh,
Range interrupt the casters.
Just tanked on top.
Yeah, just come on.
the difference between those scripture ads between PTR and this is like night and day. On PTR, they were ticking every second for 50.
It's almost like PTR is some sort of testing.
Testing measure.
Yeah, but they don't ever change anything from PTR to normal, so.
No, they never change anything from beta to release, sir. Don't get it wrong.
Ooh, a lot of costs.
Ow.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
so
someone-
If I die, it's a healer's fault.
No,
Healers.
shot.
Adjust.
Tally died to these all the time. He ran in without a healing, which was like, it's crazy.
pull beam the back ones if you can, if we have one up.
Yeah, like that. Pretty much. Perfect. Perfect, Pyro. That's exactly what he did.
I'm glad I could, I even used my defensive, and I still...
chain stun
It
him
is.
until he gets you down.
It is Kaz's fault.
What?
I did not have enough hots on me.
Well,
Alright, so just so you guys know, see this big guy up here with like 60 million health? There's multiple of him throughout the instance. He will drop the little corrupted mementos. Yes. Mentos, like, you know, the candy.
he's the fresh maker.
What flavor are we talking?
Mentos only has the one flavor. It's called Diet Coke.
So everyone should get to the top of the stairs to make healers happy.
Wow. Hold on just a second. Hold on.
Tank runs this shit, so.
Yeah, that's why he's not allowed to raid unless his wife says he can.
Bullshit.
You will work
One
when
time
she
in the
says work.
15 years that I've
You sound a little upset, Sam.
Fuck she wants some shit.
My only question is, how are you raiding from a bubble bath?
Hey man, it's hard. It's hard.
How are you not
We
reading
might have
bubble
screwed
bath?
up. Oh, wait, no, there's a jump over here.
Could you guys DPS a little harder, please?
Oh, sorry, we're running lethal off the ledge.
Safety or damage.
Doesn't sound right.
Just wait till you guys see the elevator bosses.
Yeah, but they don't kill you.
But they're sure fast.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
the
they don't
next-
kill you.
The next set of mobs, there's gonna be two portal boys. They will keep spawning mobs until they die. Unfortunately, there's also shadow menders that will kill portal boys as you try to kill them. You need to kill the shadow menders first, not portal boy. As much as everyone likes to kill the portal boys, shadow menders first.
So what you're saying is we should all drink an invis pot and avoid them.
Have you gone in Viz and seen this yet? Because
Yes, I have. That was the joke.
Yes, every mob has true sight.
Don't forget to get your Mentos.
Grazer.
Oh,
they're done.
Oh, someone got saved. Grazer got saved.
A decision was made there.
Alright, so the tentacle guys on either side are the portal boys. The Mr. Floaty there is the shadow mender.
I assume we're waiting all those people with the down arrows, right?
Yes. Yes, half the raid is down there.
Wait.
Nice, Midge.
Wait, why is one of them dead?
Got 8 people down there.
Oh, did she get squished by the elevator?
You can't get squished.
You can't.
But you can fall.
You see, as you get older in life, your reflexes start to slow down, and then sometimes things can...
My only question is, doesn't she have levitate?
Levitate was on my target, which was probably out of range.
Wow.
Gotta make a macro, so if the target's out of range, it goes on your... Yeah.
Or you can just roll a demon hunter. They've got wings.
Skull first.
What boss are we going to?
Doggo.
Shadgar or whatever the hell. I want to call him Shadgar.
You need to interrupt the whatchamacallits.
But I really need hive mind.
About Hive Mind. It's behind
I don't care where it is. I really need it.
Trash down to that is annoying.
Not so much trash, it's behind the soccer boss.
So we should go to the soccer boss.
Oh, I like soccer ball.
How tight is the PPS?
Because every time we got the thing in, we got to yell, goal!
Culpas.
I'll move up, yeah. The other portal board.
Most guilds I've seen are just cool downing through the soccer balls and not even doing them.
Really?
That'll
Doing
that'll get a tuning.
That doesn't work in heroic.
It was in heroic. It was the method splits.
It doesn't work in heroic.
Worked for method, so it'll work for us.
But it was like their first two
Forgot
splits,
we're
so it might have
NA.
been bugged.
If method
Not
can
on
do
the
it, we
EU,
can do it.
Well, the plan is for every week for new people to do it, because everyone's willing to do it. So. Because we experienced the fun on Jadefire of people having the experience on that stupid vision.
Kung Fu fighting.
Yes.
I have a religious objection to doing soccer. It's called America.
What?
Is there one country that's actually called soccer? That's the way you're gonna phrase that?
No.
Okay.
Lots of other countries call it soccer.
Name one other one.
Okay, that country's like burned to the ground already. I mean,
But it's not burning to the ground from a lack of soccer.
I'm
Europe
sorry.
called it soccer before we did. They changed it after.
Also,
Isn't it?
Thunder, I do have a question. Is there really an invasion of like man-eating spiders right now?
When isn't there?
Isn't there
I
always?
mean, there has been for decades.
Spiders?
I actually thought that was.
We declared that war.
I thought like apparently there was a like a national like.
Well, let's show that big guy. The big guy.
Like, okay. By the way, watch on the right side for Mr. Floating, because he likes to come up.
Hold a big guy. What are you doing here?
Got 70 mil health.
Got this shit. We can AO these motherfuckers. That go.
Like you run all the things.
Got this. To the void.
Can I get a second
Don't
opinion?
know until you experience.
Okay.
We go all crazy and then we're like we being wusses would come easy.
Whoa, dropping the hard W.
My stream.
Let's take it down.
You ready for a ban?
I've already reported him 4 times tonight.
Wow.
I mean, that's fine. Nobody's watching, so.
So we can do this one of two ways. Once everyone,
The spheres may be bad. Okay.
So you can run down the ramp like normal, and that takes you into these tentacles, and you gotta run down all the places. Or we take this route over to where that platform is, and we just walk off and drop down the hole.
Wait, you mean we jump into the grandma?
I coming.
Kill the eye, kill the eye, kill the eye, kill the eye.
Everyone's fine.
Everyone on the eye. Everyone on the eye.
Smork crew, go.
We did it!
Go.
Good smoke.
Hank, you should have said earlier it was a fear.
Saw what happened on normal when we didn't kill him.
Trim kill him.
We've got shaman.
How far we're going? How far we're going so we don't bury these mobs?
You gotta keep clearing.
Yeah, either way we're going is way past here.
Yeah, I think we just dropped down to get to the dog.
I thought we were raiding, not BOE farming.
My question is, can we move them away from the obelisk so they don't get the buff? I mean, just a thought.
Bad thought, sir.
I'm not the one tank with the aggros.
Don't you have a statue that can taunt everything?
Not in this spec, I don't.
Bring a piece and move it.
Okay, that I can do. I was open to suggestions.
You use ring of peace all the time against us.
Look, I get yelled at when I use Ring of Peace by Thunder because he's trying to parse.
The one time you need it.
Yeah.
So, you people who have already cleared this.
Whoa.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah!
What do you mean, you people?
I mean, you people. You people.
Is there a reason to do Shadhar and Justigath before soccer? I was under the impression that soccer was simpler.
Soccer has a much higher chance of life.
Depends how long you want to spend.
More Mentos!
Soccer second night when you're fresh is generally the player at a bit more attention and shit.
I disagree. I want soccer right now.
We can do it. We can do it. We're going down or we going?
I think it's to the right, isn't it?
You can go either way. You can go left and go down through all the trash, or you can go right, clear a couple mobs, and jump down. It's up to you. They're about the same.
Get the Shadow Mender.
Sorry, melee friends. I was late to the group party.
So why is it because I always script something right as I get to it?
Right.
So did they leave this totally open-ended between the three paths, or do you have to open up hive mind?
No, there are 3 routes. There is a end boss, quote unquote, each route that you have to kill the previous 2 to get to. So there's 3 wings, if you will.
Okay.
You're not seeing the chart.
And you can't get to Carapace until you clear all 3. But all other than that, 3 wings are open.
Yeah, where that big eyeball is won't open.
How bad was Rodden?
He was pretty easy.
Is he still cheesable?
With what?
People were just dragging
Like
him to the far end of the platform and then killing both orbs before they reach.
No, the second orb now becomes immune.
Oh, good.
It gets auto absorbed. So, you're gonna go straight where that spider's walking. That's the way you're gonna go. We're going.
And then straight across to Hive Mind.
I'm happy that they seem to remove a lot of the cheese or stupid thing. Green circle is bad.
Yep. Just walk along the edge here.
Right, there is an eyeball on the bridge in front of us. You can sort of make him out over there. So if he comes nearby, do a full smorky.
Maybe we can come out of here too.
Probably are gonna pull these things though.
Or are we going for the bugs? I thought we were going for the doggos.
We are.
We're gonna jump in the grandma.
Oh, we're going to drive all the way to the bottom.
Yes, because you don't need to clear everything down to the first boss. But if you're clearing the whole thing, you would need to clear all the way down to the bottom to get to Ilga. So you just start at the bottom, and clear all the way through there. What?
Start from the bottom. Now we're here. Is that what you're saying?
The eye is getting close. Watch out, guys.
No, the eye.
Doesn't work.
Oof.
It's kind of levitating.
When it gets to us, we'll stay here. Stay here.
Let's just take it where it is. Let's just go.
Eye.
Just get the eye.
3, 2, 1.
Eye.
Good
job.
Yeah, another stun, please.
Focus on the swarm. Focus on the swarm keeper. Half the miles will go away when it dies.
And I can't wait for the world first stream where they spend 75% of their time clearing.
Okay, this is important. Do not mount up. Do not do anything. Just simply walk off the platform.
Release
and
pets?
jump. Yes, release all your pets, or we're
Like
gonna
what?
have a bad time. I wouldn't. I would just do a quick little
Just
jump.
walk or jump?
You can do jump. Walking probably works too. I just do a little jump.
Oh, thunder! Oh, it was close.
Easy.
Oh, thank God.
I saw you.
Path of Frost.
Almost hit
Oh.
my edge there.
See,
There
that's why
are
I glided
eyes.
before I go.
There are eyes down here, so be on the lookout for them. They'll walk down this little path. This door right here is Ilkanoth, and he will open up once the other 2 are defeated. Yeah, by the way.
Back to
So, do we release or?
No.
You're gonna slow stun.
no.
You're gonna slow stun.
I'm dead. I can't.
Battle
I'm gonna
rest.
try to res in a safe place, but I don't know where that is.
got about rest.
Error. In the water's safe. In the water's safe.
Oh.
Error's visible.
kill what we can. I'll die.
We have a tank, 5 healers.
Should have a safety.
Also down here, there is no boss that you can safely reset. If you try to reset the dog, he will instantly die when he hits the water. Just the guy has a little ice stalk in the ground, he doesn't reset, the same goes on. So there is no able to reset like a hero down here. We try.
Don't use battle reses. And don't take them.
Oh, we're still going?
Let's kill what we can.
I mean, why would we stop?
Can get like.
Because we have right.
But we're not gonna lie. You have a tank and 5 healers.
You have an eye coming down.
Eye behind us. Yeah, it's calling us. There'll be a walker.
Kill the small ones and then die, yeah.
Throw battle on Evis.
Get in the water. Everyone get in the water. Everyone get in the water. Those last small ones will stop.
Standing deep.
Feeling. Stay in here. Stop healing. Please stop healing.
Probably just passive stuff, to be honest. Like, there's an Efflo underneath us. That's probably healing.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Cast, get ready to throw another one in 2 seconds. Flowers.
Stay in this.
Just drown yourself.
Can you battle res Evis?
I've
I
already
put one on. I put one on Eros.
We're good.
I'm going on Hex, one on Zeros. Oops, Sassy too, maybe.
Pretty sure. Find out.
Well, I'm not able because somebody took mine, I guess. But worst case, we probably have an alm to use.
I have a soul stone.
Alright, we're good. Don't release. Make sure you get back. Kill that guy.
Tank just assumed that eyeball's gender.
Make sure you take these up take these facing away from
Can you take one of the backups? Take that back, bro. Can you sit on? Yeah, you gotta stay in melee range, or they'll start slamming like that. Yeah,
Watcher's coming
not
back.
in melee range of that
Careful,
moon.
Watcher.
Stay on the moon. Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna pat. We can't avoid.
Yeah. Okay.
Get a res on zeros. Make sure you get he's far enough back. Try to kill these tentacles.
This trash is coming too. Oh no, mythic.
Just get back so we can get a res.
I'm trying to res as far back as I can. Just be careful.
Don't release.
Did you get a res off?
Yeah, you should be able to res. Take the res now. Just be careful where you are. Yeah, run back a little bit. He's still coming at you.
This is fun trash.
Yeah.
Said no one ever.
I mean, who wants to go to a raid to fight raid bosses?
Exactly.
I mean, if I could actually get some BOEs, that'd be nice. But since I'm not gonna, Garbo.
Let the res, guys. You got him. You can pull this. Let's pull this and kill it before it pats back. Just one. That. For pulling anything else, we'll get
Hey guys, remember Skid Truck? So long ago, I can hardly remember.
It's been 30 years.
get ranch and then we'll finish clearing these down.
Can't get wrecked.
Yeah, we're in combat.
We're in combat.
Someone said I'm already in. Let's go. You're on the moon. You're on the moon.
It's like the shrine ones.
Yeah.
So we can kill this jester fucker that jumps everywhere.
Yeah, that's right, you take the long up chain back. Stupid little blue.
Below one. You can like come together, running all over the fucking place.
They charge it too.
Right, but if they charge a target, right?
Oh, range, get over here.
Yeah, if they charge a target and everyone's up in our business, we don't have to fucking run halfway across the map.
Yeah, but then we all have to run out of the blue.
We fucking
Just have more pump charges.
Just death grip them back.
Yes,
That's
give
big
your
brain.
job.
I'll go blood. One sec.
Probably be a bad idea for trash. Okay, so you got the front one, I got the back one.
Need a tank on these.
Alright, back up, back up, back up, back up. Get ready for the eye. Get ready for the eye. Everyone switch to the eye. Everyone switch to the eye. Alright, good. Let's kill this thing. Good job.
Tentacle or dogs?
Hold on.
I must get closer.
Can I not put the blows with this?
Isn't that a boss room right there?
Yeah.
That's the you can't kill me unless you have the buff.
Trust
Yeah. Get up in here. Do this boss. Alright, let's get Justicator in. Just kidding, you missed 20 minutes of trash. I know you're heartbroken. Alright, so ranged, you're going to be killing the maw. Melee, you're going to be killing the one that's not the eye or the maw. I don't remember the name of it.
The tentacle.
Yeah. That one. Sorry. That one has like an aura around it that you need that we need a healer to stand in there with the melee, so the melee can be healed while they're killing it. Range, do not be near the maw. Just kill it. So if once those two ads die, there's gonna be puddles that drop. You need to soak those so that you can DPS the boss. When you have the debuff from soaking the killed tentacles, you need to be DPSing the boss. If you don't have that buff, you need to be DPSing the appropriate tentacles.
So we're heroing after the first ads die?
After the first ads die, we'll hero. Yeah. Anybody have questions on that?
Can I get one of the first ones if we're doing it after first set of ads? Because it's the only time army is good as a plus.
Yep, absolutely. You and Pyro will be tanking, so just make sure you're taunting on the volatile seed. And then once you get that debuff, you need to drop it on the biggest clump of ads that you can find.
That aren't already debuffed.
Yeah.
So, just to make sure I heard right, you want melee killing Crusher, and then we'll pick up the blobs and DPS.
Yes. Once the tentacle dies, and you have you soak the little puddle on the ground, if you have that, you need to be DPSing the boss. The only time you should not be DPSing the boss is when. Let me back that up. The only time you should be DPSing the boss is if you have that buff. If you don't, you need to be DPSing the appropriate ads. On at least last night on normal, 3 or 4 were dropping from each tentacle. So.
Okay, so you, I guess melee that don't get the buff will be on.
Will then be on the eyes.
Okay.
Because the damage on the boss will do no good, and if you get too close to the maw, you're gonna get jacked. So,
when it does throws, we need to move away from the ads we're killing, right?
Correct.
Don't one of the ads debuff melee? And
It's the
MC?
It's the grasping tentacle.
Right.
Let's get a pull in. Let's make sure we have a soul stone on one of the healers, and then we'll see what we need to clear up. So remember, do not. It's pointless to touch the boss if you don't have the debuff, the buff, whatever it's called. So, that's fine. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. Do not touch the boss unless you picked up the little black button. We're good.
Do we wanna wait like 20 seconds? We can still stun the healer.
Can you not do it mid combat anymore?
Yeah, but I mean, might as well get it done pre.
It's fine with me.
Debuff after 30 seconds. I think it's 30. Where like you can't pick up another orb.
Yeah, there's a debuff. I think it's a minute, isn't it?
I just remember it was like, okay, I can't pick one up. I can't pick one up.
It's either a minute or a minute and a half, I think. It's a pretty good time. So we'll find it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You want to be max range debuffing, just for the sake that melee needs to be in melee range to hit those.
Because it's a debuff class. Heads are up. Melee on the tentacle.
Don't be in this circle in between.
You need to make sure that they're in this cloud with on the tentacle. Avoid.
Watch beam.
Solid. Already.
Focus on the ground.
I think these eyes are range.
Eyes
It's
are.
it's 45 seconds to debuff before you can pick one up.
Do you want at the back here? It's on.
You don't have the debuff to be attacking the eyes. Add this up. It's your priority. Like melee the tentacles up.
There's a healer over here.
Solid.
Debuff should be falling off soon if you picked it up. Second, that's for the glare.
Watch your beams.
You need a healer back here with this.
We have one, you just didn't run out when you were supposed to.
Oh, my bad.
When are we here?
Should be already.
Really? Yeah.
Go for the maul. Range, you need to focus on maul. Focus the one that's low. Mark with the skull.
Glare. Watch laser. between here and there.
You're killing the appropriate target. The buff a little while ago. You can pick it up.
I got that. This one here.
Roads, careful.
Go for the glare.
Laser.
The crash.
One more shadow orb to pick up Ayla. Okay.
After up. Ayla, you're just in the back.
One orb sitting up. 2 orbs, people. You can pick
You
them up.
get those. If you don't have the debuff, you need to get them.
Hit the
Or
boss.
we'll go
2 of them just disappeared.
I want to go opposite. No, to your right, there's 2. Yeah, yeah.
Watch it, don't get that little debuff in there.
Interrupt and you can, so it's mine, please.
Alright, get me up. I'm back here.
Front two.
That's okay when I'm into it. Oh,
Wait
come
till
into
it
the
goes.
crowd.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna wait till it goes. As you saw, have the debuff. Attacking the boss.
I've done that close one. Yeah, go for that.
Lots of orbs to pick up.
Watch the glares.
Grab the black thing on the ground.
You
so can
don't have the debuff, you need to get the orbs. One should be on
One
the
on
eye.
blue.
Purple on purple.
Pulls up in the back. Melee.
Oh,
There's 2 of these big tentacles up. There's one on each far side.
I'm going back. Stone in.
Melee kill X first.
Do the big one on the opposite side.
Melee kill X. If you do not melee, if you do not get a soak, then you need to go kill blue. Range needs to kill skull first. If you don't have the debuff, you need a. We don't want a bunch of them at 50%. We need to kill them killed. Melee, if you don't have the debuff, then you should be over on blue. Ranged, if you don't have the debuff, when skull dies, you need to get on moon.
Lots of orbs down at the boss.
Get orbs if you don't have the debuff. Melee, once blue dies, you're gonna go to X. Range, once moon dies, you're gonna go to skull. If you don't have the debuff.
Behind the one I just did with another one.
Once your debuff falls off, make sure you get back on the appropriate targets. Melee should be killing blue first. Ranged, you should be on skull. Range after skull, you're gonna be on moon. See, the problem is we have X at 50% and blue at 50%, 30%.
Yeah, we're
Melee,
behind.
you need to get them killed together. Like, be all on one and get them killed. So we don't get overrun with ads or these fucking tentacles, whatever it's called. Now, why don't we wipe it?
You
Just wipe. Should we get a res on that person that can get
I
us
had the soul
these?
stone.
Tank.
What?
Do you think it would be worth it to wait to kill all of them at the same time? So, just for hero, so like most of us have the buff, so the like.
Well, I
so
mean,
they
you
don't
really
expire.
can't, because like they.
We are so behind right now. We cannot wait to kill these things.
No, I mean like just for the first
No,
round.
the first two come out, and they're dead, and then the next ones come. So no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, we could theoretically lust at the end as well to stay caught up.
That's fine too. I mean, that's an option.
Especially with like Shadow Priest executes, Warriors executes, Fire Mage executes.
That's fine. I'm good with that. But the thing is, we don't want the split DPS like we had there. Like it was, like you need to find the one that you're supposed to be on that's the lowest and kill it, so that we can get those little circles and not have them go to waste.
And that's just it. You can't waste them. People literally just chilled without a debuff, and we didn't do any damage to the boss. They just wasted the orb.
Gotta figure that's 45 seconds of DPS that we couldn't do on the boss.
Attendees die. You should want an orb as a DPS.
Okay, yeah. So, to start with, everyone's gonna obviously be DPSing these eyes of Drestigath or whatever you want to call them, right? Because there's no other tentacles up. Once those other tentacles spawn, everyone should be off of the eyes. We'll probably kill them before the other tentacles spawn. But once the other tentacles spawn, you need to get on your appropriate one. So the ranged will be on the maw. The melee will be on the crusher tentacle or whatever it's called. But we also need a healer that's in the cloud with us, and like myself, make sure we get out of the cast when he casts that entropic, whatever it's called, blast or whatnot. So once your ad dies, so let's say I'm Novos and I'm on the ranged maw. Once that ad dies, I'm gonna run over to that little black circle that's on the ground. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna switch my focus to the boss. Melee, so once my ad dies, if I'm Scan's gonna step on the little black puddle, and he's gonna DPS the boss for 30 seconds. Once that debuff falls off, you're switching to the next ad that is your priority. For the melee, it's the crusher. For the range, it's the maw. And if none of that is up, it's the eyes. So like 3 or 4 of those little black puddles spawn from each tentacle that dies. So they need to be immediately picked up and switched DPS the boss. Other than that, like Scan said, you can't get hit by the little casting that the eyes do. So make sure you get out of that. Not the eyes, let me rephrase that. All the tentacles do it. So
Run out from the slams, or your healers will hate you.
yeah. Alright.
It's the tentacles that slam, so don't run from one tenty to the next tenty.
Yeah, they all do it at once. So alright, let's do it. And again, you need to kill the lowest priority target for you. We cannot have two tentacles at 50%.
Wasn't a bad pull though for first.
30%, yeah, that's not too bad. 37%, something like that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we're saving
saving
lust
one for
for about
the
30%.
Yeah, that's fine. Out of that, we should be spawning soon. Oh.
Melee without a debuff, you're on skull. If you have a buff, you're on buff.
Lamb. Oh, make sure you're getting away from the muddings and insanity people
There's
too.
a buff sitting by the boss.
Good job.
If that buff falls off, you're gonna switch to your priority grid. Go for the gate.
Finish Skull Mill. No one should be on the other.
Everyone should be on skull. Sorry, melee should skull. Get out for the crack.
Use Skull for melee when that dies.
If you're melee and you don't have the debuff, get it. 2 left. 2 left. 1 left. Once this falls off, melee will when this marks skull.
3 orbs up. Still.
Get him.
Orbs by the
Don't
mob.
waste. Don't let him waste.
1 orb by the dead mob. 1 orb lost.
Melee, you're switching to the skull.
Running from tentacle.
Range, there's a maw on the right side. Your blue marker.
Use Skull for melee if you don't have a boss buff.
If you don't have the buff, you're going to skull for melee.
You guys gotta be hitting the debuff mobs. It's just wasted damage if you're not.
They're glowing.
No.
Even if it means going after an eye over a maw.
Keep going, we're doing well. Put your feet. All melee should be on full. If you don't have the debuff, get it.
Melee hit the skull till new tentacle.
2 orbs by the dead mob.
Several orbs down. Several orbs down. Make sure you get them. If you do not have it and you don't have the debuff, you need to get it. Jump for the glare.
Break Hex.
Ranged on the low maw in the back.
Use Skull for melee. Interrupt these mind plays, please. Range.
Not melee. Or if you don't have the debuff, you should be on skull. Get,
Buffs in the back. 3 buffs.
should you get them?
A lot of orbs.
Yeah, a lot of orbs back there. Get them.
Done both ranged on this maw in the back.
Crash.
Melee.
Goes away.
Yeah, buffs melee, you're on the eye beside us.
Grab it. Full buffs down over near the blade tunnel. Let's get perdition up. Just a glare.
2 orbs in the back.
Out.
Out melee. New Tendy melee.
Skull. Doing fine.
This Tendy needs a debuff tanks when you can.
The skull. Right behind you, man. Go here.
On
No, the
both
skull.
on both ranged
I
on
can
the
get
maw
under.
near the boss.
Why don't we go ahead and lust here and get a head on shit? Melee's out on the Tendy.
Get me up when you can. I'll have the debuff, get it? I got the
Hot on the boss. Zeros is MC. Out for throw.
Stun. Stun. That. Get out with that, assassin.
Tendy, debuff. Thank you. Melee's on that.
On the mod near the entrance.
Watch the glare.
Tendy in the back, melee.
Murderous skull.
Out for the crash.
There's balls down. There's buffs down. Several.
Skull melee. Do not hit the one in the middle.
I'm gonna do that.
Range, there's buff range should be on the mall on the east, where we near the entrance. It's at 50% health.
Melee, if you don't have it, once it dies, make sure you pick it up.
Pirate's about to die. Hit the skull if you can. Nuking skull melee.
If you don't have the debuff, you need to be on skull. For that,
Second pot if you haven't. Healthstone. Up low.
Gentleman skull here.
keep going. We're good.
Last scene. Do not ignore ads ever. That's how we do the boss.
Long way you can kill the boss. Everyone should be on melee. Should be on skull.
Buff range should be on the southwest.
Stick layer.
Melee grabbing his orbs.
Beat down on the boss.
No Tendy. Hit the debuff. Just hitting the low health ones. Ignore the tentacles. So melee, just hit the low 10 eye.
Plus, if you don't have a debuff, get it. And the boss.
Keep interrupts
Good.
going.
We're good. Stick layers. Good job.
We did it, yeah. Oh, look at all those, right?
Critical strike.
Alright, who we got next?
Puppy woof woof.
Can I go rune forge this weapon?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We'll clear trash and see if we can get enough. We'll find out.
The
Yeah, it's for sure. Says. Feet.
Oh, okay. Should not have released it.
We can get anything up to.
Shit, I assumed once we killed the boss, it would have. It's not.
So, does anybody have any questions on that? Lost a lot of defense from missed soaks. Good with it.
I'll check logs, but I think after the first couple we did pretty good.
just range.
Pull back.
A lot of line of sight issues in that place.
Well, that's because the clouds,
I
right?
think,
You have to be in them for melee. It's an intentional line of sight.
It's a big area.
What might be better in the future is if we have an assigned healer to the melee groups, then if you just put all put all the melee in the same groups, because half the time you're not gonna be able to heal them.
I think Rest of Druid or Holy Power would be good for it. Just
Yeah,
because
right.
there's constant movement through it.
Us and Wanu were in there. It's just then you guys know what groups to heal, because you're not going to be able to heal anyone outside those, and you don't have to look for the melee, and then those other healers don't have to look for the range.
Can we res the dead before we thank you?
I get some.
Yeah,
Just
it would
make
be
sure
better
you're
if they were all in
you're
the same.
constantly going, but
It would make it easier, and then if we had sections too. So.
Wait here for a second. Yeah, that's. I think those are some good adjustments. Make it easy. Can we get a summoning stone?
I would also suggest for range to realize that when we kill a mob, those are our orbs.
I mean, anybody can grab them, but you're right there, so you should grab
Melee
them.
outcome pretty much.
And each mob is dropping like 6 orbs.
Yeah, it's 5 per. And he's right though, because melee, we're grabbing the ones when we kill the tentacle, so you guys should be grabbing the ones when you kill them.
Yeah, but if one's sitting on the ground, the melee is not banned from running over to get it.
No, for sure. But to be greedy.
I'm just saying, put the image in your mind of, ooh, mob dead, good tasty void candy.
Delicious.
That's why I say it gets annoying when you're like, I can't absorb another one for like such and such seconds.
You don't have to avoid them, alright?
Can we get a repair bot?
There was one down last pass.
There was? I didn't see it.
There was.
There was. I don't know if there was or not. I'm just fucking
Steal this trash quickly
adding fire to
and,
the gasoline.
Time for a couple pull on the boss. Water does damage, so
Yeah,
get out of it.
come across. Oh, pull them back actually. I'll pull them back.
You see a demon hunter going over there, and then you're like, oh, pull him. I can sense the static.
Get away.
What was hilarious when Movement was doing their demon hunter, so they were all melee DPS for that trash mob.
The fuck?
So we're gonna save most of our cooldowns for the last phase, and we're gonna pretty much chain them as much as possible. We'll tank them in the middle. If you get targeted by that living miasma, it's gonna be a little blob that comes chasing after you. You need to run to the edge of the room. It's not a very long fight.
If it is, you're dead.
Yeah, I think it's like.
Oh man, that ring. Verse mastery.
I've seen some kills like right at 3 minutes 15 seconds ish. Yeah. So, it's gonna be more than 3 minutes for sure. So if you get the living miasma, you need to run out to the edge of the room. In the last phase, we're gonna be limited to where you can run because there's gonna be green shit everywhere. So you need to get as far away as you can, and that's why we're gonna be chaining the cooldown healing cooldowns. So don't get hit by the frontal breath. Other than that, the tanks, y'all got your shit worked out. Who's taking
We ain't worked out shit as far as I know.
No.
Okay, y'all figure out who's taking the crush and who's taking the other one.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the crush.
Okay, yeah.
Then I will take the other one.
What's it called?
Dissolve, right?
Dissolve.
Yeah, dissolve. Okay, so other than that, it's pretty much, we're gonna just stand there and DPS the boss. So run out when you get the orbs or the little blobs, and we'll be good.
Dodge shit. Dodge the breath. Stay spread because you will get a healing debuff, and we don't want the whole raid to take it. I think that's phase 2.
Yeah.
Phase 1, yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of shit on the ground with 30 people, so don't tunnel and derp and death.
And do you have any phases?
And you will slap the raid if you do not bring those little red friends out far.
Yeah, you need to get to the, in these first 2 phases, you need to get to the very edge of the room. Like, there's no reason not to. Alright, we're good.
You can be stacked-ish in Phase 1, so there's more room to take them out. But you need to be spread in Phase 2.
Five, four, three, two, one.
HP. Gotta move out of this.
Alright,
Zero
resolve
sub.
is you.
0 sub.
Drop is me. Eat and talk, yep. Good, perfect.
Dodge this
Keep
one.
going. Watch the breath. Watch the shit on the ground. Watch shit on the ground.
Crushes you this time. Resolve.
Watch me. Keep going. We're good. Watch the breath. Actually, what? We got 3 healers still.
See the fight though?
We can. We'll have time for 2 more pulls if we die quickly. Make sure we get a res on a healer that can res us.
I have a system.
Okay. Don't release.
Oh, I know why they do that. The whole, if he goes into the water, everyone dies.
That's what y'all said. Wipe it.
No. For people on the PTR, they would just send all the ranged DPS to the far shore, and they would avoid like 90% of the mechanic. So I guess that's why they added the whole.
Midge
oh,
died
the
again.
dog goes in the water. We all die.
Yeah, if you go in the water, you die.
So you're saying floor is like lava?
No, just the water.
Alright, so obviously lots of us died from the shit on the ground. Make sure you're avoiding it. I won't be able to call it because it just gives time to move.
It's a fast dodge, but if you get hit with one, you're not gonna die.
And you know really, the taunt is like, when you're tanking, you just take the first one, that's you. And I will taunt if it changes.
Okay.
Or vice versa. And just like, because I'm not, if I taunt first for the first one and then you taunt, I can't taunt back for the next one.
Yeah, for the first phase we can be, you know, pretty close to the boss. So.
Phase 1 you kind of want to be clumped, so that you
pull it
can,
right over here.
so you can kite the dudes out without having to run through a bunch of people. And then, like Tara said, you aren't running into people's shit. So if you're in melee, even better. Then we just have to strafe, meet back in the middle.
Alright, let's do this.
Repair bot's still up.
What's on the other side of the water?
Step on blue. Step on blue in
let's
phase
go.
1. We'll strafe to the left on the first one.
That's just for melee, right?
Nope, everyone.
No, everyone. Everyone can be up in the boss pieces.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So just taunt when DBM tells me. Got it.
People that were on the left, you fuck the raid. Now you should still be on blue.
Not blue. No, one of us has to take that.
For the breath. Just gonna drop this shit right into this.
So it's not always 1-1-1.
Got it.
I got this. this.
Five again. You gotta have the right
Into the water.
I have soul stones. Don't
Do
read.
not release. So, everyone stack on blue. Then we'll all move as one unit to the other side. And then we'll just kind of flip back and forth.
It's not loose stack. It's like if you can see your character, you are not stacked tight enough.
So we're boating with the purple things.
Yeah, correct.
Yes. We'll summon you.
If you get scared because you can't see your player, that means you're in the right spot.
Chonky's gone offline. We'll give it time for him to either for it to go to 29 men, or he gets back, whichever's fine. Cool. It's ready to check and go.
I mean, Illid, you've done this. Obviously, Mythic you lust last phase, but is it worth lusting here with 30 people just to get out of that shithole?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think yes. Going on blue. Back on blue. Blue.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Show the breath. Or we're gonna have the shit right after this.
Going right.
Watch your breath. Joe will be right
Left
after
with the
this.
breath.
Back on blue. Let's die again. Get her res out. We'll have time for one more pull. You can't finish. You don't have enough time to finish casting or anything. You have to move immediately. The only other solution would be to let the ranged kind of spread out near the edge.
The back, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Which may
there's
be
not
better.
even really enough time to.
Yeah. So let's do that. The melee will be clumped up, and then the range can be spread out along where we come in at, and we'll kite this shit. So. Some markers down.
Just think about it like Upsurge.
Kite your shit towards X.
Any channel and you're dead.
Range, you can be loosely spread around the diamondish area. And then melee, you'll stay with scan. I think he's back, so let's do the rest. that may help the range with the moving and shit. You'll have to watch out for the breath, obviously. But remember, it's a cone. They're out wider.
Says he has resume.
Okay. Chonky. Alright, let's let it go down to 29 and then we'll go. Tracker, I know you're there, but by the time we get you in and summon and all that shit, you'll be in the raid, so.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll get you in tomorrow.
He's busy defending the veil.
I see that.
I'm killing mansions.
Thunder, once it hits 29, you can, once it shows that it's down that 29 man rating, you can pull.
You like jive? It's gotta be a full minute.
Like it's forever. Alright, we're good.
Yeah.
Remember, if you get the little blob thing, you're going towards X.
Do you want to try one less than on pull to get out of the phase?
Yeah.
Too much shit in my
Get a
bag.
little bit of experience later on.
2, 1.
Alien. Move. So breath, it's gonna be right after this. Just a breath. Get a trade up. Treat. Transitioning soon. Here we go. Here's the next one.
Progress! He's spread range. And melee split size on boss. You can bring boss to middle so we can spread around him if you want. And we need to soak these orbs, folks. Range, that's pretty much your job.
And multiple people need to soak, just one.
Not just one or just one?
Not just one. Multiple people need to soak it.
Second pot. Actually save it for last hit.
2.5 minutes we'll get it all set up. Get away from me over near Diamond. Get away from me over. Soak these.
One under the boss now.
10%.
Did you negate the damage with that ice blow?
So melee, I'll get close. One behind the boss. Just check
Ready to die. Can't beat the ceiling debuff. Perfect.
Once we transition, keep the boss in the middle until the green shit comes out, and then we'll start kiting it around the edge of it.
Nice.
Pause it.
What do you want up over here?
Get those.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This one's dodgeable.
Be middle.
Watch your feet.
As available.
Ah,
This one is dodgeable.
get that away. Do not be back where Zeros is kiting it. Do not be back where Zeros is kiting it. Everyone should be up near the boss. Keep this green shit
I'll stop
together. Watch the breath. Watch the breath.
We're gonna stay here. We're good.
Watch your feet.
Watch your feet, man. Ready to die.
Spawn back for this.
Get away from the ray as much as you can.
Good block.
A little bit if you can. Out of this green shit. A little bit. Watch your feet.
Dodging.
Your feet. Watch the breath. Watch the breath. We're fine. We're good. Good. We're good. We're good. Move away from here. Get a little room. Watch your feet. We're good. We're good. Keep going.
Oh,
Fast pull.
Good job. So when we get into that phase, we want everyone to be kind of close together so that we can maximize our room for the green shit. Not cut ourselves off. Very good night. We got 5 bosses down. We'll talk about what we're gonna do if we're gonna continue on in heroic, if we're gonna go back and do normal tomorrow. But we'll let everyone know.
We did really good.
Yeah, it was a really good night. Five bosses down. So.
And we defeated Trash. The Trash is the boss.
Right. I gotta get my kids in bed. I'll be back.